Hey everybody, this is James Wilson with Elite Training Solutions, and today I wanted to give a summary on the top 3 fat loss mistakes seminar that we did last Thursday. I know a lot of people made it, but there were quite a few people that had inquired about it, weren't going to be able to make it because of the time and stuff like that. So anyways, thought it'd be a good idea to just give you a summary of what we talked about so you won't miss out on anything. The 3 mistakes that I'm going to go over may be a little bit different than what you may be expecting. Most people are expecting, diet, nutrition, and stuff like that, and exercise, and that stuff's definitely important, but there's some things that you need to keep in mind, more kind of like mindset things that will really help you out. And so, anyways, I'm going to get right into them. Mistake number 1 that we see people make is they're unrealistic about their program. They take on a program that requires way more of a time commitment than what they can realistically do. For example, Oprah had a show not too long ago about her current situation, how she's kind of the poster child for the yo-yo weight gain, exercise, lose weight, stop exercising, gain it all back kind of deal. And so her trainer, Bob Green, who's been her trainer for the last 15 years, I don't know how proud I'd be if my client was a poster child for yo-yo weight gain, but anyways, that's kind of another matter there. But the point is the exercise program that he has Oprah doing is completely unrealistic. She's going to fail every time she tries to do this because Oprah, like most people, doesn't live to work out. She wants to work out in order to get the results, but that's not her life. And so when she has a program that calls for her to be in the gym 6 days a week for 40 minutes of cardio, plus another 40 some odd minutes of weight training, 6 days a week, 1 day of rest, an hour and a half at a clip, who wants to do that? Very few people do. And so it may be the best program in the world. I'm not going to say that program won't work, because it will. It obviously has. She's had success with it in the past. But the problem is she can't maintain it. And that's the problem a lot of people get into, is they get into these programs that require this huge time commitment, and they're able to get into it for a little while and start to see results. But then when life and their schedule and everything starts to catch up with them, and they're not able to maintain that gigantic time commitment anymore, they don't have a contingency plan. They don't have another program that they can fall back on that will allow them to continue to see results with less time in the gym. And so they end up doing nothing and quitting and losing all the results that they got. So again, the point is, you want to make sure that you're realistic about your program. Don't take on something that you're not going to be able to maintain for long term, or at least have some sort of plan for what you're going to do when you can't do that program anymore. Mistake number 2 that we see people make is they don't address underlying pain issues. If you hurt, you're not going to want to move as much. And not moving means that your fitness levels are going to drop, and that means that your pain is going to get worse. So if you've got some sort of joint pain, knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, something like that, and exercise tends to irritate it and make it worse, then you need to make sure that your program is addressing these concerns. And a lot of times it's movement-based, and this is one of the reasons machines are a horrible option, because machines actually mess up the way your body moves. They're bad for your joints, and so machines are terrible. It's much better to use body weight and free weight exercises. They're much healthier for your joints. But again, let's say you do a 12-week program and you lose 25 pounds of fat, which is great. Most people will be ecstatic about that. But you've actually made, some knee pain worse, or your lower back pain worse. Well, how long do you think you're going to be able to keep exercising and maintain those results? It's only going to be a matter of time until that injury forces you to stay out of the gym, until it gets so bad that you've got to take time off to let it heal. And during that time off, you're going to start losing some of the results, which can be extremely frustrating. And a lot of people never make it back into the gym. They just figure, man, it hurts. And so if your program is not effectively addressing any of these underlying pain concerns that you may have, then again, you're setting yourself up for failure in the long run, because yeah, you're going to see some results, but you're going to end up having to stop at some point. So again, make sure that your exercise program is not causing you pain, and hopefully is actually addressing some of the pain issues. And lastly, people take a little bit of a narrow-minded, simplistic view on training, especially when it comes to fat loss. They're concerned about how many calories they're burning during that workout, without really paying a whole lot of attention to how does that workout set them up to burn calories for the time that they're not in the gym. So for example, muscle mass is an extremely important part of your metabolism. Muscle mass, the more muscle you have, the higher metabolism is. And so let's say that you have a program that's concentrating on aerobics without much strength training. Well, aerobics will burn muscle tissue as well as fat. And if you're not doing things like strength training to help maintain or even increase that lean muscle mass, you're losing muscle mass, which is actually decreasing your metabolism. So sure, you may be burning some calories during the actual the workout, but you've actually lowered how many calories you burn for the rest of the day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So the idea is go into your workout, use it to not only burn calories during that workout, but do things like interval training and strength training that are going to prime your metabolism and set you up to continue to burn calories 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So again, that's the best way to look at your exercise program. Don't worry about how many calories you're burning per se, but look at how is it setting me up. How is it priming my metabolism? Is it stoking the metabolic fire? That's what you want to be concentrating on. So again, intervals and strength training are a huge part of that. So again, just to recap for you, mistake number one is not being realistic with your time commitment in the program. Don't take on more than you can chew. It's better for you to take on what you know you can commit to long term rather than get into some big program that you can't commit to long term. Number two is not addressing the pain issues. You need to make sure that exercise doesn't cause pain and in fact should be helping decrease pain, because again, if you hurt, you're not going to want to exercise. And lastly is taking too narrow of a view of exercise, especially when it comes to fat loss. Don't worry just about how many calories you're burning and how many of those calories are coming from fat during your workout. Look at how are you setting yourself up, how are you priming your metabolism to burn calories 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you, avoid those mistakes, you're realistic with your program, you're addressing pain, and you're using workouts to prime your metabolism, you'll find that you're going to beat all the statistics that show that most people never achieve their fitness goals, and you'll be one of the people that actually does. So again, this has been James Wilson with Elite Training Solutions. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Keep an eye out for future seminars we'll be hosting. Come on in if you can make it, or keep an eye out for these summaries. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I'll talk to you next time.